Good morning. It is Saturday, May 25th, 2024. Maybe I figure I should be some kind of specific with that because whatever. I'm new at this. I'm an old woman. I'm sick. Yeah. So I haven't had too much to say lately. You know, I've been working pretty hard. So I've rather than make a video on my break, I've chosen to like lie down or eat something or ride my exercise bike, which I've been stepping up with that, and that's really helped me feel like at night I feel a lot less fatigue, which is really wonderful. I still feel tired, especially after a long day working, but I'm also getting older. And it's a lot less intense because when I'm fatigued, it just feels like everything's just heavy and like it's hard to move because you're just but just being tired, okay. But like I get on the exercise bike and but like I've been, rather than maybe just do the half hour after work every day, maybe I can split it up a little bit and do 10 minutes on the bike sometimes, and maybe 10 minutes after I get down from the roof, so that I have 10 minutes after. Or I could do more, This is all early days and I'm all tweaking everything, and so I appreciate people coming with me on this journey. I know I'm not the most dynamic speaker, but this is me. I'm just telling the truth of this experience. I'm just emotional today. So don't mind the tears. It's not... Oh, I can see the jaundice, though. It's not... It's just 100% just getting it out there, and it won't be mentioned again. I'm not glamorizing anything. I'm stoned right now. So that's also helping. So that's helping me feel a little emotional. But this is going to be a little heavy, so... One of the big things I've been dealing with, and you have to remember I have no evidence of this, no evidence either way. I acknowledge that we're still in early days. So I'm very afraid, and this is coming from a place of fear, but also like my brain, I can't stop my brain from working, which is partly what this is, It's just a test, a record, a place to put this, and shouting into the void, and nice people are listening, and I appreciate that, but this is helpful to put words to these things. So this is just an explanation of one of the things that has been... I don't know what the hand thing is about, I'm sorry. One of the things that I've been dealing with, and why it has been so hard for me to like even be able to make videos. Like, I know it doesn't matter. Nobody, I know. But like an explanation, I haven't been, because one of the things that could be, and I'm not saying is, but could be, I have to like face this possibility. I have to at least acknowledge that it could happen, so I'm not blindsided. But one of the things that could be is that my PBC has progressed so much that transplant is inevitable, and sooner than we think. That is the worst case scenario. Well, I guess actually the worst case scenario is that I'm in liver failure and I can't get a transplant. So, okay, let's not go overboard. Perspective from where I am right now. It's still bad. It's just not the worst. But it's pretty bad. And while I still feel fine, of course this could change any day. And sorry, I used to stutter a lot, and I still do a little bit when I get overwhelmed. So yeah. it's also possible that the ursodiol works, and I live a normal life for a while. And I mention this because there have been bright spots during this. I'm in a PBC group online somewhere, and I read Reddits and stuff, and I haven't joined a person-to-person group yet, but I'm working with my strengths. But this PBC group, I'm reading stories from women who were diagnosed in the 80s, and they were on ursodiol before it was actually approved, FDA approved. But I guess, like in our life, drugs are available for a while before, and they're still here, and they live relatively normal lives. I mean, I don't know if they're not saying, like, they never had ascites and stuff and didn't have some of the really bad symptoms, but, like, one lady said she was diagnosed in the early 80s, and she was in her 40s then, and she's in her 80s now. So, while I understand that, of course, that doesn't at all mean that will happen to me, but I've seen other stories like that of people diagnosed in the 80s that were on ursodiol and that they're still here, and so that's good, so that is a good scenario that could happen. So, okay, but I can't expect that to happen because it happened to other people. So, and it's just because I just don't know. And I won't for a while, because I have to give ursodiol a chance to work. It does take time. It does take months. It even says website. I've been looking up ursodiol a lot lately, and it does say that even for the gallbladder use, it takes a long time to work. And I've read up to a year, and I believe that, because last time, my numbers didn't go down. They are going down very, very, very slowly. Maybe that's the thing. They just go down slowly, and that's okay. I mean, I understand the process, what's happening. And I think what that's trying to do is get the inflammation down so that my body isn't attacking my small bile ducts. But I know that my liver is inflamed, or at least is sometimes. Yeah, it feels a little bit inflamed. Like, it's not inflamed enough so my diaphragm's hitting it. So it's probably taking more time than, and it's what did I start taking in November? It's just still time, and maybe for me it's a year, or maybe it doesn't work. There are other drugs, but like my time is starting to draw, and so I need to get back to my point. The point is, I have been dealing with a very real possibility, because they're all very real possibilities right now. I guess it's Schrodinger's cat, it's Schrodinger's liver. So I'm starting to feel better about it, though, because I am making a lot of changes on my end. And since I am like 90% responsible for my care, right? Like maybe doctors even only have 5%, maybe I'm 95%, but like, it's on me. Like, my food choices, my body choices. I already don't drink, great. That's one in my corner, but I still have to eat more produce. I have to make good decisions every single day. I have to get enough sleep. I have to get enough exercise every day, and I do. And I'm happy, and this is for the rest of my life, and that's okay. I can do that. That's fine, because I'm very regimented anyway. It's fine. But I'm scared, and I will be the whole time. How can I not be? So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you soon.